and welcome to Keep Moving Gently with Emily. These workout videos are specifically for aging adults, those with limited mobility, and for those of you who may be looking for slower modifications to still get your body moving. Today's workout, we're going to be working on upper and lower body mobility, just gently moving through exercises to get from our head to our toes moving. All of our workouts will be done in a seated position, so find yourself to a chair and let's keep moving. All right, find yourself to a chair. If you're able to, sit on the edge of your chair so that we can engage our core. But if that doesn't feel safe or comfortable, go on ahead and sit with your back against the chair. Like I said, we're going to be moving our bodies from our head to our toes. We're going to start with upper body. You'll notice the workout is up on the screen so you can follow along. We're going to start with a nice big breath in, reaching arms up overhead as high as you can, depending on your range of motion. Exhale, pressing hands down. We're gently moving through these movements, so just a big breath in, reach arms up overhead. Exhale, press arms down. If using the arms is not for you today, you can just use your breath. And exhale. As we breathe in all that oxygen, we're getting it all throughout our body. Nice. Let's do one more. Big breath in through the nose, reach arms up overhead. Exhale out through the mouth. Nice. We're going to start with neck rotation. So you're going to look from the right to the left. Look over one shoulder as you breathe in. Exhale, looking over the other shoulder. Noticing your range of motion. Maybe you find a little bit of tightness. This is why we're going to gently move through all these movements. The goal is that by the end of this nice 15-minute workout, you'll feel a little bit looser. Maybe your joints will feel better and get some endorphins going because we're moving our body. Focusing on that breath. Inhale as you look over one shoulder. Exhale, go through it. Nice. Let's bring head back to the center. Looking at the screen, we're going to look up to the ceiling. Exhale as we bring the chin to the chest. Look up to the ceiling. Big breath in. And exhale as we gaze down towards our toes. Just working that range of motion in our neck. Good. Let's do two more. Look up to the sky. And down. Last one here. Big breath in. And exhale down. And perfect. Bring eyes back to the screen. We are going to do some shoulder rolls. So we're sitting up nice and tall, core is engaged, feet are flat on the floor. Roll the shoulders back. Good. My hands are staying on top of my thighs. Big exaggerated movements as I try to draw some circles backwards. Nice. Let's roll the shoulders forward. Perfect. Really working that range of motion. Nice big movements. Let's do one more. Good. All right. Bring your arms out in front, almost like you're holding a ball. Fingertips are kind of touching. We're going to inhale, open up arms nice and big, opening up that chest, squeezing in the shoulder blades. And exhale, bringing fingertips back to where we started. Open up. And exhale. Good. Inhale, open. Really open up that chest and exhale. Last one, big breath in. I want you to keep arms out, fingertips up to the sky, feeling a nice stretch maybe in your forearms or in your hands. And I want you to point your fingers and we're gonna draw circles forward. Sitting up nice and tall. You may notice your arms starting to get a little bit tired. If you need to take a break, you can always drop them, shake it out, and go back to where you left off. Let's go the other direction now. Tiny little circles. Feeling those shoulders warm up. Perfect. 3, 2, and 1. Shake out those arms. Our last movement with our arms is going to be swim arms. So I'm going to reach one arm forward, placing the hand back on top of my thigh. Good. Again, really noticing our range of motion. If opening up that chest and bringing the arm up and around is too much, you can always just kind of do it with your elbow. Alternating which arm. Again, really exaggerate that big movement, like you're swimming in the pool. Let's do one more on each arm, and then we'll go the other direction. Perfect. All right, this time we're going backwards. Nice. Big open in that chest. Good. If it's helpful, you can kind of let your eyes sort of follow that movement. Yeah. Again, if that big arm movement doesn't work, just do the elbow. You got it. Let's do one more on each side. Oh, it feels so good, especially if we're seated all day. Sometimes if we're hunched over, any movements to open up the chest feel really good. We'll take a quick little break, and then we are going to move to our lower body. All right, we're going to slowly warm up our lower body. We're going to start with ankles. So I want you to extend one foot out, and we're going to point and flex with that toe. Good. Point and flex, point and flex. If lifting our leg is too much, you can always do it with just your leg extended out, heels in the ground, point and flex. Good. You're able to lift that foot. Perfect. Let's do one more, point and flex. Place that foot onto the floor, other side. So extend that leg long, heel can be in the ground, point the toe, and then flex. So it's almost like you're pointing and then pulling your toe towards you. You got it. We're working our ankle mobility. If we are still mobile and walking around, this is really important to make sure that our brain is connected all the way down to those toes. Last one, point and flex. Perfect. Bring that foot back in. This time we're going to do ankle circles. So I want you to extend that foot out. And you're going to go circles one direction for a couple of rounds, and the other side. If we need to physically lift, or maybe even place foot on top, that's fine too. If you want to challenge your brain, see if you can spell your name in cursive with your foot. It's a challenge. Good. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Place that foot onto the floor. So we're extending out and doing ankle circles. Or maybe we're lifting, or we can kind of cross our legs. Good. See if you can draw your name in cursive. Again, just working the ankles in different directions. Perfect. All right. Place that foot onto the floor. All right, this next move, it's kind of a couple different moves. So not only are we going to move our body, we're going to work our brain too. So I want you to extend one leg out, heels in the ground, toes pointed up, and we're going to slowly hinge forward, bringing our chest towards our thigh. Sit up nice and tall, pull the heel in. Same side. Extend that foot long, heels in the ground, toes pointed up. Nice little bend forward. Sit up nice and tall. Pull the heel in. Good, keep going. You're noticing a nice stretch in the back of that leg as you bring your chest forward. And then we gotta also pull that heel in, working the hamstring. Good. Hinge forward. Perfect. Can you give me one more? You got it. Extend that leg long. Bring that chest towards that and pull it in. To the other side. So extend that leg long, heels in the ground, toes pointed up, hinge. So I don't have to bend over too far. Pull that heel back in. As I place the heel on the ground and I bring my chest forward, even me just bringing forward, I can feel a nice stretch in the back of that hamstring. It feels really good. Nice. Couple more here. Extend long. Hinge. Perfect. Let's do last one here. Extend leg long. Bring that chest forward and back and pull it in. Perfect. Last one is a nice knee hug. This is a good stretch for those hip flexors. So I'm placing my hands underneath my knee and I'm pulling that knee in towards my chest, and maybe we can do those ankle rolls or point and flex again. Big hug as you pull that knee in, gently release. Other side. Hug that knee up. Again, we're working our range of motion. Maybe we can't come too high, but even just lifting the knee up off the floor. Again, working the ankle mobility. And we're just gonna switch. Yep. Maybe you'll notice you're a little bit more loose after a couple of these. Perfect. You might feel a little bit of some pops, because maybe we just haven't moved our body in this way in a while. Good. Last one, grab underneath that knee, pull it in, exhale, and place it onto the floor. Wonderful job. We're gonna move on to work a little bit more of our body with a little bit more twist and working our brain and continuing with our mobility. All right, continuing on with our gentle seated mobility, we're going to shrug those shoulders up towards our ears. Exhale, and let those shoulders come down. Good. Inhale, up and squeeze. Exhale and release. Feeling that tension leave the body. Inhale, up and squeeze. Exhale, relax those shoulders. Last time. Up, up, up. Exhale and release. We're gonna do a cat-cow. This is a modified yoga movement. So we're gonna open up our arms nice and big, squeezing in the chest. And then as we exhale, we're rounding in the back, reaching arms forward, feeling a nice stretch. And we're just gonna gently move through that. So big, open up the chest, squeeze in those shoulder blades. And then exhale, reach arms forward, almost like you're hugging a tree, feeling a nice stretch in those shoulder blades. As you round in the back, open up and exhale. Last time here, open up and exhale, round in the back. Nice. We'll come back to a seated position, and we're just gonna open up those hands, show me those palms, and then close those fingers into a nice tight fist. Open up those fingers, spreading them out nice and wide, and close. If this is really tiring for the arms, we can always place them on the table, onto our thighs, open and close. Working our dexterity, open and close. Good. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. You'll notice I use my breath a lot through all of these movements, and it's super important to continue to focus on our lung function, especially if we're not getting our heart rate up there. This is super important for our lung health. One more. Open those fingertips. Close into a fist. Perfect. So you can either keep your arms out in front or kind of on the table or on your thigh, and we're just going to do some nice wrist circles. You can go one direction and then go the other direction, just working our range of motion in those wrists. Good. 3, 2, 1. We're going to do a forearm stretch. So show me your palm, and you're going to use the other hand and gently pull back onto the fingertips. Feeling a nice stretch all down the arm. And then we're going to point the fingers down and then gently press on the top of your hand. Other side. Show me your palm. Pull back on those fingers. Big breath in and out, and then point the fingers down, gently pressing on the top of your hand. Good. And shake it out. We have one more little round to help with some mobility. All All right, here are our last set of exercises. We will move our body a little bit more. Hopefully by now you're feeling a little bit looser in those joints. So we're just gonna gently reach across our body. So I'm bringing my right arm across towards the left, coming back to center, and reach and twist. Good. Really challenge your range of motion as you reach. Warming up our spine, working our brain as we reach our hand to the opposite side of our body. Another option is you can reach it a little bit higher up if you can. Reach and twist. One more on each side. Good, last one here. Reach and come back to center, nice. Placing hands down by our side. I'm just gonna reach those fingertips down to one side, using my core to sit up nice and tall. Reach. We're going nice and slow. You should feel it right here in those obliques. We do this every day if we drop something. We have to bend over, pick it up. Make sure we have a strong core. Reach. Another name for this is penguins. You can kind of see why. Last one. Nice. And back to center. We're gonna come up onto those toes and then rock back onto our heels. My hands are on my thighs, so sometimes I like to go up with my fingertips too and rock back onto my heels, just kind of mimicking the motion with my hands as well. Up onto those toes, working the calves, and then rocking back up onto the heels, working the front of that shin. Good, give me 3, 2, last one here. Up onto those toes, rock it back onto those heels, and rest. Just gonna do some nice knee marches, lifting the knees. You can add in the arms if you'd like to do a nice little march. If you need to physically lift, you can do that as well. Good, core stays nice and tight. Raise those knees. Good. Last one on each side. Let's go 1 and 2. Perfect. We're gonna do leg extensions, so we're gonna work the tops of those legs. You're gonna lift the toe, show me the bottom of your shoe, and bring it back. Good. Lift and down. As we lift that toe up off the ground, squeeze in the top of the leg and come back. This is a really good option if sitting and standing isn't for you. This is a great exercise to work the lower body. Good. Give me one more on each side. Lift, squeeze, and down. Lift and down. All right, next one is a hip opener. So you're gonna lift up one foot, place it out to the side, bring it back to the center, other side. Opening up the hip, good. Tapping the toe or placing the foot flat onto the floor. Again, maybe we can like physically lift. You go at your own pace. Perfect. Nice movements, especially if we're seated all day. Super important to move our legs and our hips in just different directions. Last one here. Out and back in the center. Perfect. All right, the last one is called a hacky sack. There's 2 different options. If you're able to pick up your foot up off the floor, I'm touching the inside of that foot with my opposite hand, almost like I'm about to put on a sock. Good, touch and touch. If that doesn't work for you, I want you to come down, touching the opposite hand to maybe that shin or the ankle, whichever feels better for you. Good, so again, we're either working the hip and the core as we lift that foot up off the floor, and our brain as we're touching that opposite hand to opposite foot, or you're bending. Good. Last one on each side. Down and up, down and up. Wonderful job. We've moved our body from our head to our toes. We're gonna have a quick little cool down and call it a day. Well, friends, thank you so much for joining me for this gentle mobility workout. I hope you feel a little bit looser, some endorphins going because you got your body moving. We're just gonna do a quick little cool down. So I just want you to take a big breath in, reaching arms up overhead. And exhale. Couple shoulder rolls maybe. Good. Big breath in again. And exhale. Roll Pull those shoulders. Good. We're gonna just gently twist to one side, looking over that shoulder. Nice little spinal twist here. Take a big breath in and out. Come back to the center. We'll twist to the other side, nice and gentle. Looking over that other shoulder. Big breath in and out. Come back to the center. We'll stretch out our neck a little bit, so I want you to bring your right ear to your right shoulder, and then left arm comes down. Nice stretch in your neck. Play with the angle of your chin to your chest. Head comes back up to neutral. Left ear to left shoulder. Extend right arm down. Again, playing with the angle of your chin to your chest. Feeling a nice stretch all the way down your neck. Good. Exhale and come back to the center. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you feel more energized. I hope you feel a little bit looser. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel so that you can catch more workouts for this series. Keep moving gently with Emily. Make it a great day and be proud of yourselves, because remember, any movement is good movement. Bye.